What's going on, boys? Sorry if it's too loud right now. I'm in kind of like a pretty crowded area in a workspace right now in Bali, so do apologize for that noise if there is any. But today's been kind of a slow day, to be honest. These past couple days have been so insane. Like I've been having these highs, these insane highs of like opportunities that are coming my way, and I'm so grateful for everything that's being given to me. But today it's kind of a low day. And I don't want to make this video depressing or anything, so I'm not going to go too much into it. If you guys really want to know, I guess at some point I can make a video about it. But there's some things going on that I'm learning, and I was very confused on like who I am, and I'm just asking myself some deep questions, really. And unfortunately, I don't really have anybody to talk to about it, so that's just difficult. But I'm trying to put it out of my mind and just focus on work on the business, because that's what's going to actually make me money, not this bullshit that's taking over my mind right now. So I did want to hop on and talk to you guys about this opportunity I do have right now. If you guys know the company called Fanbasis, they reached out to us. They kind of reached out to us. It was kind of like a mutual reaching out to each other, and they basically found us, the funnels that we build and whatnot, and one of the higher ups of the company reached out to the founder of the company, and we have a call with him on the 22nd. Today, I believe, is the 18th, so it's about 4 days from now. We're gonna have a call with the founder and kind of like audit all 4 funnels that Fanbasis has, and then potentially make them actually new funnels for themselves. And that's not even the best part, aside from actually building Fanbasis's websites and funnels. We are going to establish some kind of long-term partnership with them. And with this partnership, they would have clients coming our way. We'd be first in line to basically take these clients, build funnels for them, and potentially do operations where they need operations as well. So not only could we charge, an upfront for the funnel, we could also charge a small rev share, doing some pretty minimal work for clients as well, and just kind of stack that over a number of people, which would be amazing. So thank you to Fanbasis for that if you're watching. So that's an amazing opportunity, and I don't want to make this video pointless, so I guess I'll just kind of go into explaining something about success that is driving me every single day. And it's not just ego, it's not just pride, it's not just motivation, but it's almost disgust with yourself. And I know nobody's going to tell you that, but genuinely, from as far back as I can remember, I've hated myself. To this day, I don't hate myself anymore. Like I'm not satisfied with myself, because previously I've kind of gone back on my word and what I said I would do, and it's left me feeling almost like an imposter in my own body. Although it's getting better again now. I just kind of have to establish a better discipline and better routine in myself. But it is getting better. But it was, aside from the point there, back to the main point, I literally used to hate myself. Like I wanted to end my life, and not because of the situations I was going through at home solely, not because my parents were divorced, not because they hated each other, not because I had no friends and I was an outcast, not because I couldn't relate to any culture, not because I had no friends, not because I was my father of the house and the mother of the house, not because I felt like I wasn't loved. None of these things, even though they're all true. Mostly, it's because, it's a combination of all these things combined that stuck myself so deep that I was like, I have to change these things. And I was so disgusted about where I was in life through my own fault and also not through my own fault, that I was like, things have to change. So instead of just taking drugs and smoking all the time and drinking a bunch, I decided to do none of those things, because even though my parents were not the best parents, and I'm just going to say that flat out, my parents were not great parents. They did teach me valuable lessons at a young age, and that is to take care of yourself, your body, and not make stupid fucking decisions. And that's exactly what I did. And am I drinking now? I'm drinking a little bit. I don't party really at all, but every now and then I have like one drink. I do kind of want to stop though. There's no reason to drink at all. But today I've had a lot of shit in my mind, to be honest with you, and I kind of just wanted some kind of release. because I didn't hit the gym today. But anyways, back to the point again. I was so disgusted with myself that I knew I had to change things, and I knew alcohol wasn't the answer. I saw what drugs did to my mom, smoking did to my mom, and to the people that were around me and were my friends, even though they weren't my friends. So I decided to not do those things. What I did instead was actually improve myself every single day. And although, honestly, I think I would have been 10 times further ahead now if I actually had an end destination in mind and I stuck to that end destination by putting in the necessary inputs to get to that point. I'm still a lot farther than probably someone watching this video or anyone else out there who decided to go with option 2, which is drinking, smoking, partying, taking drugs, doing all these things. When I decided to actually focus on myself, go to the gym every day, I'm not in my prime right now. Like, honestly, okay, it's not terrible. I've lost some weight, I've gained some fat, I've lost some muscle mass. I'm not in my prime anymore physically. I do have to get back to it. I'm not too far away, but there was a point when I was a lot better fit and I was a lot prouder of the way that I looked at myself. And it was because I was showing up every single day, working out sometimes 2 times a day, prioritizing my fitness, not my mental health in terms of like, I love myself, but mental health in terms of like, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to pray, I'm going to take care of myself. That's what mental health is, not scrolling, none of these things, right? In making those small little decisions to improve myself in those ways carried me a lot further along. And honestly, I did learn these habits from when I was younger, doing martial arts for a long time. I was a brown belt in karate, I've done jiu-jitsu. I was a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I couldn't go further because according to the some kind of rules, national rules, you can't be a blue belt, like over a blue belt if you're under 16, I believe it is. So I was a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, brown belt in karate. I've done very minimal amounts of kung fu, boxing, very minimal amounts of Krav Maga, some kickboxing, decent amount of Muay Thai. Yeah, I didn't do Taekwondo or anything. I think that's it. Oh, and some wrestling as well, a little bit of wrestling, although I wasn't very good at that. And those sports, those solo sports where you're by yourself, you're not with a team, you're just in the dirt, you're grinding, you're trying to be the fucking best, especially karate, because karate, although it's not the best fighting sport, it teaches a lot of discipline and control. Those things carry with you, and to this day, I still think about when I was super young in the dojo, not getting disciplined by my instructor or by my shihan, but getting told the difference between right and wrong and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And that's carried with me to this day. So if you truly want to be successful, I'm not encouraging you by any means to hate yourself, but I'm encouraging you to be dissatisfied at the very minimum with where you are and understand, because this is where I made a mistake, understand where you are, where you want to be, and the exact steps you need to take every single day to get to that point. Don't keep dreaming about the Lamborghini or the Ferrari or the Aston Martin, the nice house or the pretty woman. Do I want those things? Yes, of course. Do I have those things? No, I don't. Am I close to getting those things? Probably next year I'll have some of those things, yes. But understand primarily that you have to put in the correct inputs to get the correct outputs, okay? Everyone right now is so focused on getting all of these things, the achievements, not success, the achievements, the materialism things, but those don't come unless you actually put in the work necessary to get to those things, right? So if you think about it this way, life is a mirror, life is a reflection, okay? If you're literally just daydreaming all day and trying to manifest a Lamborghini, it's never going to happen. But if you're putting in the work, right, the universe reflects that work ethic and that time you put in, that effort you put in, with the rewards that are in, I guess, respect to or appreciation of the work ethic you put in. I hope that makes sense. And it's very true. Like every single day I've seen these things happen over long periods of time. Even if you don't see the results right now of the work you're putting in, of the things that you're doing, and you want to give up, do not give up. Do not give up. At some point and someday, in God's timing, you will have what you want. And I promise you that. And I promise me that too. For me watching this video in a couple months, a couple years, whenever it may be, to myself, to you watching, don't fucking quit. take the right steps necessary, and be dissatisfied with where you are so you can actually get to where you want to be. That's all for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry for the clichéness if there was any, but yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.